Hello, ladies and gentlemen, a very big welcome to you, and I hope you're having a great day today. This is going to be a PSA, and if you're a little squeamish, this probably isn't the video for you. So I ended up at the hospital today. I've been feeling well for the last, well, on and off for the last couple of weeks. Um, but I ended up at the emergency room for a couple of hours this morning, and they found an abscess on my lower back. Actually, it was like in my right butt cheek, and it was about that big. It was about the size of a mandarin. And it had started to leak into my blood system. So, it's starting to get a little messy again. I got to clean that up. So, with that, I ended up on antibiotics. They ended up having to slice me open and spend about 25 minutes digging out all the pus and infection. So, word to the wise, if something doesn't feel right, it's probably not. But apparently it's called Jeepers lump. And what it is when you put too much pressure, like when you're like continuously sitting in that and you're putting pressure on the same spot, it can cause an abscess. And this one was really, really deep. And yeah, as I said, it started to leak into my blood system. And it actually made me really, really sick. So I got to go back to the hospital tomorrow morning and get my dressing changed. But I do feel a lot better now that that's gone. Well, now that they've got a fair bit of it out. Um, but it was it was quite the experience. Um, they gave me fentanyl for the pain when they were doing it, and they had me on oxygen and two different EKG monitors. I think it's called. Anyway, the ones that like your heart rhythm and everything like that. And they had me like on the oxygen thing on my finger, and the nurse was just like there staring in my eyes as the doctor was like playing with my butt cheek. That was awkward. That was awkward. I've never had anyone play with my butt cheek where I've looked in somebody else's eyes. But yeah, so basically, it was pretty bad. The doctor said that if I'd left it much longer, I could have gone into septic shock, which I think would have been like a little inconvenient for me. Would have been like very inconvenient actually. But yeah, so basically what happened this morning was I went out for a smoke. I got George up and got him ready for bed. Or not ready for bed, ready for school. And I was coming back in to make his lunch and I passed out and came to on the floor of the hallway of the apartment building. And I was like, well, this probably isn't the best. Like I had to call in sick yesterday because I wasn't feeling well. Um, so that was another thing. And yeah, so I was really, really sick. I still don't feel well. Like just sitting here is hurting because of what they had to do and that. But yeah, so that was my adventure for today, and that's why there hasn't been any games in the last 2 days. Um, I think everything might be back together. Might be back to normal tomorrow. Oh, as normal as things can be on this channel, anyway. Um, yeah, it was actually that was my first time riding an ambulance in probably a good 12 years. Um, the good thing is I live in Canada, so it didn't cost me a dime, which is really nice. But apart from that, I'm basically bed rest for the next couple of days. So that's gonna be interesting because I gotta like lay on my stomach as much as possible, which is bad for me seeing that I like sleep on that side where they had to do all the cutting. So it's gonna be annoying. So I have to lay on my other side. But so that's a little update on what's going on. But yeah, if you find any like weird lumps or anything, make sure you get them checked because yeah, apparently mine was getting to the point where I could have been extremely sick if not died. Apparently, so I do feel sorry for the doctor though. I mean, 8:30 on a Tuesday morning and he's playing with a guy's butt. But at least it was nice about it. But yeah, so but what happened was I went in there and I'd been feeling dizzy and everything. And I told him what was going on. He's like, "Is there anything else?" And it's like, "Well, I got this like weird like lump on my butt." And he's like, "Oh well, show me. We'll have a look, and if it's nothing serious, then we'll just give you some antibiotics and let you go." So I yanked down my drawers, and as soon as he touches it, he's like, "Oh, we are going to cut this. We're gonna slice this now." I was like, "Oh." So it wasn't like normally here they'll like go off, they'll do something for like an hour and a half or so. Oh no, he was just like, "Yep, we're doing this right now." So I mean, the fentanyl felt really good. I didn't feel a thing once I got that in me. Like they gave me half the syringe, and he was digging around in there, and then he dug in a little too deep, and like my whole body just like straightened out. And he turns to the nurse, and he's like, "Just give him the rest." So that was my first experience with fentanyl. That was actually I didn't feel a thing. It was really good once all that was in me. But yeah, so yeah, so I hope that you are having a great day, and I hope everything's going better than me. Have a good one.